Keep Pap around for one more year, and give Bard another year to just kind of come into his own a little bit more, because he blew a few saves this past season too. Just give him a couple more years, or one more year, and then let him weasel into the spot.
All right.
He's weaseling now. So weaselly. Guys, David Ortiz had 32 home runs this year, 102 RBIs. Is he still valuable to this team offensively and maybe even emotionally?
I think absolutely. He started off a little slow this year again, but absolutely. I mean, you get a guy that's going to drive in 100, hit 30 home runs. Sometimes I think in a big market you take that for granted. You always think you're going to have these big guys, but it's a team option. I think we should pick it up. I don't think there's a question about it. And then after that, if he wants to go on his merry way to wherever, that's fine. But we picked this option up. No brainer.
I think so too. Especially they're going to be moving in the bullpens 10 feet this upcoming season. Yep. They want to move the bullpens in, so that's a nice little gift for him. I mean, he can pop a few more into that bullpen. So I think definitely with a left-handed power hitter up there in Fenway, if you're moving in the bullpens, keep that left-handed power hitter.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like that would be a pretty silly decision to get rid of him at this point. There's a lot going in favor of Papi. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more of our favorite big lovable guy up there. But the one thing we do have to discuss is the Red Sox injuries this year. Injuries in 2010 were brutal. Jacoby Ellsbury, as we know, missed 135 games this year, which is basically you might as well have just not played the season at all. I mean, what he contributed this year was minimal at most. Mike Cameron, one of the weirdest signings that the Red Sox has had in a while.
They have him for another year, too.
Yeah. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe he can keep his abdomen together this year. Dustin Pedroia with the foot, 80 games missed. Veritek with the foot, 58 games missed. Beckett and his back, I mean, you saw Beckett only pitched 12 games this year or something like that. Mm-hmm. We lost Youkilis down the stretch. That was a huge hit to the team at the end of the year there. Daisuke, who actually had a pretty decent year. I mean, he was probably our number 3 this year. So that was a big hit. So we had a lot of big injuries this year. What do you guys? I mean, do you think that if we can keep a healthier team next year, we're going to have a different look?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to harp on the injuries, and I know we didn't want to really go after the injuries at first because there were a lot of underperformers, but I mean, look at the Yankees. If you were to take away Jeter, A-Rod, if you were to take away all their superstars, where would they be? I mean,
exactly.
It's I've never seen anything like it. I don't think we ever will again. So I think next year is going to be a new healthy look, and I think we can take the division. The Yankees have a lot of money spent already. The Yankees have over $2 million spent, and they they still need to sign Jeter. They still need to sign Rivera. They still need to sign a bench, and they still need to sign Pettit if they choose to re-sign him. And they might get Cliff Lee. Apparently, I don't know. Apparently, that's every free agent. They're gonna get
Yeah, if they stop spitting on his wife.
Right.
Apparently.
That would be helpful. Yeah.
That's
never a good way to win over an ace pitcher over on your.
Because you know who wears the pants in that family. It's his wife.
Yeah.
And when he says, I'm thinking of going to New York, you know what she's, let me tell you what they said last time we were there.
Right. Well, actually, speaking of Fenway, didn't you, he started telling me the story about Fenway, and I said, listen, Mike, I don't have time to listen, but you can tell me on the air, whatever. It's got Fenway.
That's what she does.
So, I blow him off every chance I get, but I figure this is our big night. I'll give him his 2 seconds of fame here. So tell us about your story. What do we got here?
All right. So apparently,
I'm sorry. You can go ahead with your story, but when we keep going to bring up the picture, it's freezing. Unfortunately, we don't have your star photo. Of you and Ben Affleck.
So this is going to be fun. Tell us your story, Mike.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
We could keep it a surprise.
Let me just
I won't even have proof.
Let me just give you guys a hint. It involves him being best friends with Ben Affleck.
Yep, this guy right here. I'm best friends with Ben Affleck, and I went to the premiere of The Town, and it was wonderful. And I have pictures to prove it, but apparently the people in the control room can't get that picture to work. So you know what we'll do for all you guys? We will save my whole wonderful story with Ben Affleck till next time, and we'll have the picture. And I'll prove it later. So,
Yeah, that's convenient.
We'll blow
no
it up
proof.
and put it on a poster on the back.
no, really, I'm not saying this to, like, you know, push it on, but seriously, me and Ben, I have a picture. You'll see it next time.
So everybody that's going to be just phenomenal. We'll see the proof of how close he is with Ben Affleck. Maybe you can get him on the show sometime. Here. We'll see. We'll get there sometime. Anyway, we've got an event coming up that we wanted to talk about.
We do.
Big autograph show this weekend. Mike, you know a little bit more about it.
Yeah, it's out in Wilmington, and it's amazing if you guys collect autographs. If you guys want to go hang with some older players, it's just about the whole entire 1975 Red Sox team. So you're going to get Fisk, Rice, Evans, Bill Lee, Louis Tiant, Butch Hobson, everybody, the whole team. And then also you're going to get some Bruins thrown in. You're going to get Rask and Sturm. You're going to get John Hanna. And it's a few days. It's out in it's November 6th and 7th. It's out in Wilmington. And if you guys want information on this, you're going to email Mike at SureShotPromotions.com. Right? Is that .com? Okay, .com. So, check it out. You may see us there. And you can rub elbows with, let's see, Dick Drago. Starting pitcher, superstar, right, guys? Dick Drago? Yeah.
Superstar.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, so you guys check that out. It's going to be a fun time. And what do we got next?
Yeah, what we have next is we're going to be talking a little Bruins. Got my Bruins gear today. The Bruins season is in pretty much full swing right now. We've got they're 4-2, so good start to the season. Big names we acquired on the offseason, Horton and Seguin. Horton so far is leading the offense for this team. He's got 9 points and 5 goals. We've got David Krejci's got 6 assists already, and Tim Thomas is just red hot in the net. How important was this pickup of Nathan Horton and Seguin for this team over in the offseason? How important was this?
So far, it's looking pretty important.
Isn't it?
They're carrying the offense, well, at least Horton is.
Yeah, and I think that taking a guy like Horton from the system that he was in into the system that we have now, we've got 3 really solid lines of offense on this team. We've got guys like Krejci and Lucic and Recchi that can really lead a team and take people under their wing. And it seems like he's just fit right into this. He's just fit right into the system like he was meant to be in it. And I think it says a lot for Julian and his ability to kind of fill the gaps that we definitely had some offensive issues down the stretch last year in the playoffs. We all know how that ended. It was just atrocious. Yeah.
Well, since Phil Kessel left, who's coming back to town tonight for the Bruins.
Woo! Phil Kessel tonight, folks.
But since Phil Kessel left, they basically haven't had that big-time scoring threat. And, if Horton's going to be putting maybe 30, 35 goals in net, then that's pretty legit. That's really good for this Bruins team. And I think that, Seguin, though he doesn't have a lot of points right now, he's played well in spurts. And I think that he's definitely going to come on and be much better than what Phil Kessel was, which essentially they gave up Phil Kessel for Seguin, really. But Horton's been huge, and he's got a point in every one of their games, and he's got 5 goals on 15 shots. He's just tearing things up, really.
Yeah, you can't really do any better than that to start the season, and I think it's a great way to set the tone for this offense. People step up, it's definitely, I think Seguin learning from a guy like Recchi, learning from guys like Patrice Bergeron. They're not only are they veteran, amazing offensive players, but they just have that mentorship for the team. They have that leadership quality, and I think that that's definitely good for a rookie guy like Seguin to come in on. Speaking of guys that are veterans that are stepping up, Tim Thomas. Nobody can really believe what's going on here. Although we should be able to believe it because a couple years ago we would have. But last year, seeing what we saw out of Tim Thomas, we figured, the Bruins are going to try every way they can to get rid of him. He's got that crazy salary he's getting paid right now. So obviously it was going to be tough to get rid of him. But he's absolutely living up to the hype and more right now. Do you think that this is going to infringe on Tuukka Rask's time in the net over the regular season? Do you think they're going to take the opportunity to play him while he's hot and keep going where he's going? Because, right now he has all their wins. And Rask is looking pretty He's looking. He's just looking shaky. I think he's looking a little shaky. He's showing his youth, I would say.
Yeah, I think they're going to ride Tim Thomas like a show pony.
Yeah.
They're just going to keep him going until like they either trade him and get something for him, or they'll keep him, and it's a win-win for them right now,
well,
as long as he can stay steady.
I think that this season and the season before last, it just shows that last year was kind of, it had to be his hip. I mean, he had the injury, and he got surgery on his hip in the offseason. I mean, he went from amazing Tim Thomas to nobody to back to amazing Tim Thomas. I mean, something has to be said about that hip.
It's
yeah,
true.
I think he definitely didn't get. I don't. It's starting to show now that maybe we didn't give him enough credit for how hard it would be to come back from that type of injury. I mean, he won the Vezina, and then he did what he did last year, and now he's back in some pretty prime conditions. So I think that your best thing that you could do is keep him and ride him, and I think that he's either going to increase his value, and we're going to be able to get some money for him finally, or get some players or picks or whatever. And then, or if not, we have an amazing goalie tandem right now that we can take, hopefully into the playoffs. So it'll be good stuff.
All right.
Do you have something to say?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
That was very good, though.
I think he's going to get sick.